This is Stephanie once again with Not So Shabby. We have a vintage piece of furniture here that we're going to transform into something beautiful. Not crazy about the color. I'm going to introduce to you why I use milk paint. This is General Finishes Lamp Black Milk Paint. I'm sorry that the label's been painted over, but it's General Finishes Lamp Black. Milk paint comes in very handy when you have a color that's going to be underneath the chalk paint when you distress and you don't like that color. Let me explain better. I'm going to paint this white with chalk paint. So if I just went right now, because chalk paint you can just paint right over stuff. You don't have to sand or do anything. You just clean it and paint. Well, if I were to paint this right now and distress it, I'm not too crazy about the yellow color coming through with the distressing. I want a dark color. I want the contrast between the white and the color underneath. That's why milk paint comes in handy, because it does not distress well. It sticks so well to the furniture. So I'm going to put 2 coats of milk paint on this piece of furniture. And once it's dried, obviously, then I'm going to apply 2 coats of the Annie Sloan chalk paint. When I distress it with the 320 sandpaper, this will not distress. The chalk paint will distress, so you're going to see the black coming through instead of the yellow coming through. So I hope that makes sense. So we're going to first start by applying 2 coats of the milk paint because I don't like the yellow. Then we're going to follow it with 2 coats of Annie Sloan chalk paint. And then when I distress it, the color that's going to come through on the distressing will be a black. So there's going to be a good contrast between the white and the black. So if you look at this piece right here, in my previous video, I explained to you about the sculpt wood putty. I've already put this in the holes that the knobs were currently in, or previously in. I did not care for the knobs, so I knew, okay, I need to fill in these holes because I'm going to drill new holes to add new knobs. I went to Hobby Lobby, one of my favorite stores, and you know how their stuff goes 50% off. Well, I wait till their knobs and handles are 50% off, and then I get them for my pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the bottom 2 drawers with this type of handle. Then the top drawers, we're going to replace with just a knob. They're going to be spray painted so they're all the same color. I never worry about the color of the knob because I know how easy it is to just spray paint it. So if you see a knob at Hobby Lobby and it's a pink, don't worry about it. Just spray paint over it. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we're going to do the fast time on this, and I'm going to sand this down, drill the holes, then we're going to apply 2 coats of milk paint, followed by 2 coats of chalk paint, followed by distressing, followed by sealing, and then we'll have a completely new piece. we are finished with our dresser. I hope you enjoyed the process of taking a vintage dresser and making it into something that's updated and beautiful to put into your home. Remember, let's recap what we did today. We introduced General Finishes milk paint. And the reason we did that is because the color that was going to come through on the distressing of the chalk paint was going to be a yellow, and we didn't want that. So we put 2 coats of the milk paint first, followed by 2 coats of chalk paint, followed by the distressing, followed by the sealing. We changed out the handles because we didn't like the ones that were there before. Remember, I also introduced the sculpt wood putty to show you how you can put new knobs without worrying about the holes that were there before. And I need to mention that I ended up sanding the top of this because it has the laminate type topping, and I wanted to give it a good adhesion of the paint. So I ended up sanding that top off because I roughed up the laminate with a very coarse sandpaper, 60 grit. That way the paint's going to stick really well. And then I put 2 coats of sealer on the top so you can put a drink on here and it's just nice and durable. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching this video.